Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. I know you love when I talk tech, so I brought tech with me today. There we go. Best member of the Bad Batch. Tech. Did you know that Tech was a figure? He is now. Black Series. Hasbro. Just got him. Part of the new wave. Jokes aside, I am streaming this live on Twitch as I do every night. Feel free to join the rest of the community there. Hanging out and broadcasting at 6 p.m. Pacific, Seattle time. Would love to have you, because I talk about a great many things, geeking out with everybody there. Today, I wanted to talk about the things that I don't like about Android 12, because I already talked about the things that I like. But there are many things that I don't like, including somehow I inadvertently toggled light mode on my Pixel. How did I do that? I don't know, because I don't even have a button for it. Man, this is just getting more and more fun by the second. I understand that Google's done its best to abstract a lot of the value of the Android operating system, such that you don't need to have the latest operating system to enjoy the latest features that Google may be releasing through Project Mainline, through the Google Play Store, through Google Play Services. But I don't like how Google implemented Android 12 on the Pixel. Because keep in mind, the way that Samsung's going to implement it, the way that OnePlus is going to implement it, the way that other OEMs are going to implement Android 12 is going to look different. That's kind of the whole idea, which is fine, differentiation. But my Android 12 experience has largely been on the Pixel. And if there's one thing that I could say about the Android 12 experience that I don't like, is that it's chonky. I don't like the design choices they made. And I understand, they're going for these big buttons. How did I toggle? Give me a second. Oh, that's how I toggled it. The Pixel launcher. I accidentally pressed a button, but I unpressed it. I was able to figure that out. These chonky buttons, they're huge, gigantic. I don't need them that big, because to me, I now have to swipe to the other side to get to options that I could have had on the main screen. So it's potentially a lesser user experience because I have to swipe more. And it's not about muscle memory. I'm sure I could grow to become accustomed to it, and I don't think that it's going to take away from my enjoyment of what the Pixel 6 Pro has to offer. I do plan on getting one, because I'm looking forward to the camera. Oh, if only because of that. But these everything's beefy, and I'm vegan. How do you know I'm vegan? Because I tell you. That's how you know. Everything's bulbous. Why? So Google's implementation of Android 12 leaves a lot to be desired. Now, I know they're all like, hey, we created this new thing called Material You, where you change the wallpaper and we'll change the colors throughout the rest of the operating system. Number one, the apps have to support it, and many will probably grow to support Material You. That's fine. That's not the argument. My problem is every option is freaking pastel. I just want gray. Google, just give me gray. I don't want blue. I don't want green. I don't want light purple. And I don't want orange. I don't want yellow. I don't want... What other colors do I got? Green? Did I already say green? Blue? I already said... All the colors. Just give me a gray. Give me a monochromatic non-color. That's it. They couldn't. They couldn't do it. Apparently, no, it's got to be pastel or nothing. Why? So that's annoying. I don't like Material You. Because of that, I like the idea of Material You, but I don't like the implementation that Google's made with Android 12 and Material You. That experience just leaves something to be desired, because if you couldn't tell, my background is black. I don't have a wallpaper, and I know I'm missing out on a lot of wallpapers out there. The closest wallpaper that I found that I might want, they're with the Pixel pack at one point in time, had or at least when you downloaded a Mandalorian experience, you get Mandalorian wallpapers, which was kind of cool. So even setting this gray Mandalorian helmet, so let's go ahead and set both, home and lock screen. Unfortunately, you'd think because it's gray, everything would be gray, but no, it's still blue. I'm like, okay, fine. So I would be fine with setting a wallpaper if I could get gray. I would live with that wallpaper. But they won't do it. They won't do it. Why? What does Google have against gray? This is my number one complaint, because it's about the design. If you're going to help me make it mine, let me choose the color, okay? Can you do that, Google? Then it's Material You. Because right now, it's not Material You, it's Material You. So the bulbous upsets me. The Material U is still leaving a lot to be desired. Another issue I have is third-party launchers still are buggy with Android 12, at least in my experience, to the point where I don't even know I could use a third-party launcher effectively because there are issues with the task switching menu. There are delays in tapping on the home screen in a third-party launcher, and those issues don't exist with first-party launchers. By the way, I found this to be true on both the Pixel as well as the beta that I ran on the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, granted beta 1, versus the final beta on the final product, or as close as we can get it today on the Pixel 4 XL. So that's something that bugs me because I do not like the Pixel launcher. That has not improved in any demonstrable way at all. Like, to me, it leaves a lot to be desired. They've left out a lot of features. And if you know one thing that would alleviate a lot of my complaints, remember years ago with Windows 95, Microsoft released a tweak UI? I need a tweak UI for the Pixel. I need a Pixel tweak UI. Pixel UI, Pixel tweak, Pixel UI, whatever the hell you call it. Give me the ability to toggle things that you're not giving, outright to the general user. I don't even care. I've gone through the developer options. Even that's way too geeky. Just give me a first-party client to tweak those UI elements, and that could get me around a lot of the issues that I've specifically had with Android 12. Another issue I have with Android 12 is the gesture nav. Granted, I'm on the home screen. It's clean in the task switcher, but the problem is some apps, like here, I use Brave as my default browser on Android. Totally recommended on Android. I've mentioned Brave before because it's got a lot of really good features, and it's snappier than Chrome, certainly, even though it's based on Chromium. But the problem is Google Chrome has still not implemented a transparent navigation bar, status bar, navigation bar on Android. And the problem is that it just leaves a lot of wasted space flanking the bubble. And you also can't turn off this little turd bar at the bottom. That's annoying. You can do that on other platforms running Android. You just can't do it on a Google Pixel. So Android 12 didn't introduce that at the system level. I wish it would. I don't like it. I don't like the way they implemented it. I think it makes certain apps look sloppier than they need to because a lot of them haven't been updated to have transparency behind the nav bar button or buttons, right? You still have the triple nav or the gesture nav. So it's still, these are small things that they could fix. They could address in Android, or at least in Google's prime use case for Android, their Pixel. So yeah, at this point, you'd think, oh, Google Pixel's got the best Android experience. I'm not going to go that far. I don't think that's the case. And it remains to be seen whether or not the Pixel 6 Pro proves me wrong. Maybe Google's got another trick up its sleeve. I don't know. But at this point, I feel Android's been a better experience, despite all the Samsunginess on a Samsung device, been a better experience than the experience I had on my Pixel, despite the Samsung not having as good of a camera. But I'm not going to get into that today. There are still various inconsistencies between first-party or Google apps. They've gotten better at it. A lot of them are adopting Material U, kind of updating or refreshing their designs, but many of them haven't gone far enough, and no one's holding their feet to the fire for the fit and finish, to making them feel like they are all from the same company. They all are from the same company, but they all have a different look and feel and operational nature. They're getting better, but still, it's something that when you get something right out of the box, you want all those default apps, you want those native apps to feel like they are running on a singular system from a singular company. And nothing is more prevalent with this being kind of jarring, with things being incongruent, than when you're using a platform developed by the company on the device that the company also developed to run with the platform. So Google, I don't think, went far enough with Android 12. They're trying. I appreciate the direction they're taking, but they got to allow people, I'm not talking about tweakability or more control, but more features. You need to bake more features into Android or surface those features specifically for your Pixel devices. And maybe this complaint should have been lobbed against, the Pixel experience, not so much the Android 12 experience, but the Android 12 experience, by and large, runs hand in hand with the Pixel experience, or at least that's how most people would experience it. Android 12 on a Pixel. You would experience on other devices that have Android 12, but hopefully you understand exactly what I'm saying. Because Google doesn't add a lot on top of Android over AOSP, but they add enough to allow for some modifications. So, honestly, I don't understand why they changed things that weren't broken.